Week 5. We have made it. It is the final week before playoffs. We've had quite the run. We've only lost to Josh so far. We've won most of our matches every week. Best we've ever done, I think. Little Cup might just be, our element. We might just be used to the unconventional stuff, so maybe that's why we're doing a little bit better. But to end it off before playoffs, we're going up against the number 3 disputed team, the Jamsetown Joltiks. Peyton has the exact same record as me. He's only lost as well to Josh. So it's there's a lot riding on this. It's going to be whoever wins this is the undisputed number 2 in the Johto division. And Peyton's no stranger to prepping, so we're going to do our best. We're going to give it all we have. And especially with how much is riding on this, we're going to actually prep pretty hard. We're going to give it our all. We're going to use Zorua and use the mind plays we've been using on everybody and just hope that it works out for us. So without further ado, let's hop right into the match. So as you guys can see, he's got a couple scary things, namely the Geodude, because we've seen the Geodude do a lot with the sturdy rock polish. We've seen Staryu do a lot with screens. And then we both brought the respective Darumaka, so we're each running a Darumaka, which is kind of cool. Maybe one will outspeed the other, who knows? But without further ado, let's hop right into it. So we lead out with Wimpod. It's actually Zorua, thinking we could do something. So he reads it, thinking we're gonna do spikes. We throw up a taunt. I was thinking maybe we'll get rid of something. We wanted to save the taunt for him though. So he gets up a rock polish. We go straight for a Scald. I figure weakness policy is probably gonna be on that thing, and it was. So I figure get it to 1 HP. He sacks off Little Peep, which is unideal, but then we send out actual Wimpod, get a nice Aqua Jet. Geodude's done. I think that's a very good trade for our favor. So he sends in Darumaka. We're going straight for spikes right away. We get Rock Slide. So we send out Sinistea. He gets us with an Ice Punch. We're sashed. Weak armor procs, our Shell Smash procs. So we're sitting pretty good. We get a Shadow Ball, absolutely outspeed that guy. Darumaka goes down, so both his T1s are down. This was interesting here. He goes for Unaware Bidoof. Genius. Absolutely genius. I didn't even realize it could learn Unaware. So we send out Testatumer, which is actually our Zorua. So he goes for a Crunch. We resist it. Our defense drops, but we get a nice little Dark Pulse here. Joltik comes out. We get another Dark Pulse. Deals a decent amount of damage, and Bug Buzz absolutely kills us. The crit would not have mattered. Then Testatumer comes out. We get a nice Fire Punch. Luckily, it doesn't miss because of Hustle. And now Galarian Slowpoke comes out. So I'm a little scared, so I send in Lickitung. He goes for an Earthquake, which would have absolutely decimated us. So he sends in Staryu. We just go for a Body Press right away there. He gets a Toxic and misses, luckily. And then we get another Body Press, and his Staryu goes down. So Slowpoke comes out. We're throwing on a Toxic and just trying to bait stuff out. Hits us with the Thunder Wave, kind of crippling our speed a little bit. Zen Headbutt's hitting us, but it's not doing too much damage. So we're just wishing. Just body pressing, trying to deal as much damage as we can, Wish comes back. Slowpoke takes some toxic damage. We're both at a little bit of a standstill right now. Protecting some Zen Headbutts. Toxic's doing a little bit more. Goes for another Zen Headbutt. We go for a Wish. Toxic hits him. He goes for the Earthquake. And we just have another Wish come true. And he goes down. So we take it over the Jamsetown Joltiks 2-0. It was a very narrow victory. The little bit of prep that I had, figuring to start with Zorua, disguised as Wimpod. Try to bait out something like rocks, screens, or even a rock polish. Try to get taunt off on that, kind of render that useless. Totally fell through when he magic bounced the taunt back at us, but smart to him for thinking we'd do spikes. And then swapping in, getting me on the back foot there with his Geodude, but luckily we brought priority so we could take it out. And luckily we stuck to our guns. By far, I think that was one of the best matches I played all season. It was really, really fun. I was talking with Peyton after, and we were both saying how much we prepped for this, how much we were looking forward to it. Especially, I thought it was really cool because we both brought the Darumaka. One's fire, one's ice. So it's kind of like that yin and yang. So I'm excited to see where he goes in playoffs. I am really excited that Johto division's doing pretty good. I know we're still ranked worst overall in all the divisions, but I think we're gonna have a lot of good contenders come playoffs here. So I'm excited to see the seeding. And I know Wilfie, Sauce, and I think the Whisper is the last one that has to play, but all the Canadians almost won our matches here for this final week, so it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what happens going forward. Thanks as always for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in playoffs.